Hello everyone, welcome back to Ingenuity Lab, your destination for learning professional mechanical design and CATIA V5 through real world engineering projects. In our previous tutorials, we have successfully modeled the crankshaft, piston, connecting rod cap and the pin as a part of our V6 engine assembly series. And in today's tutorial, we shall assemble these individual parts to create the piston assembly using CATIA V5 Assembly Design workbench. You shall learn how to position components accurately using assembly constraints and prepare the complete piston subassembly for the final V6 engine assembly. So let's get started. So let's start with opening the CATIA, start, mechanical design and assembly design. Now we are into the assembly design workbench or product design workbench where this name as product 1. I am renaming this one as by right clicking here, properties, and then here in the part number, in the product, the part number here I can name it piston assembly and say OK. Now you can see the piston assembly written on here as well, and also in the CATIA V5 your name of the part or product also name as piston assembly. Now we are going to insert the components to this assembly. As you know how to insert the components, I can click on the piston, then I can click on the existing component. As we have already created all these components, so I can click on the existing component. Click on this one. Then it will direct me to your computer where I can select the different parts. Like here, first what we can select? I can select the piston as my first component of the assembly. So, and say open. Then you can see the piston is inserted to our model. I can a update symbol also here. I can say update. Now shading with edges here. Our piston is inserted. Now as I already told you, we have to make the first component or first component of the assembly as a fixed constant. So we can apply the fixed constant to part 1, or I am renaming this one and go to properties. Here it is part number is piston. Okay, and instant name as well piston dot 1 and say apply and OK. Now I have renamed this one to piston. Now I am applying fixed constant to piston, so select the piston from the specification tree, then apply the fixed component. Then you can see constraints, another tree is inserted to our specification tree, that is insert, and this will under this constraint you can find all the constraints we are going to apply. So first fixed one is insert applied. Now we cannot move this one anywhere. Next we are going to insert the other components. Next which one I can going to insert? I can insert the pin here. So click on the piston assembly, then if I say click on the piston, then it will not say error. I have to click on piston, or first click on the insert existing component or insert existing component with positioning. So here I am going to insert the existing component with positioning. So select this one, then click on the piston assembly. Then I can insert the piston pin. Click on the piston pin, open. Now you can see the piston pin is inserted, and this is asking for a position. Okay, so I can select this line and I can select this line and say OK. Now you can see this is inserted to a position somewhere here. Okay. So we can now we can give the constant to this one. So click on the coincident constants. Same way, click on the center line and click on the center line from the piston. And now you can see this is inserted. Now we want to make this one to be at the center. H we have created at the starting. We have created all the components in what? From symmetry about the axis. So tools, option, and automatic to all. Now what I can do, here you can see this plane, YZ plane and ZX plane. Okay, from the piston assembly and the piston we can use the contact constants, coincident constants to these two. Close and apply. Now you can see these are comes together and you can see the pin is also positioned correctly, and another constant, coincident constants is created here. Okay, now we have inserted the piston pin. Now next what we can insert, click on the piston assembly, then click on the insert with positioning. Here I can insert the connecting rod and click on the connecting rod, and also we can select multiple number of components like connecting rod cap and connecting rod and open. So first it will ask for this one, the connecting rod. So what should be the connecting rod? The position to be like here, I can put this one and the center line of the pin. Okay, and say OK. Here is one thing I want to show you. When I insert multiple number of components with positioning, then now apply, click on this one and click on pin. Okay, now you can see connecting rod is inserted. Here you can see the next component. When I click on the next component, you can see this component is activated. Okay, now we can, what we can do, we can click on this one and click on this one. Okay, now and we can say OK. Then the other one is also inserted here. Now what I can do, I can use the snap manipulation tool. Now click on the drag around any axis. So click on this axis and drag it. Same way we can drag this one as well. And OK. Now we can apply the constants to the connecting rod as well. Here the connecting rod, it's showing something different name, so I can rename this one as connecting rod and apply. Okay. So here I have applied this. Now I want, here also I want to show the planes for the connecting rod. So these planes, and hide the planes from the piston. Okay, now click on the coincident constants again, then click on the, take your mouse to your connecting rod small end, or we can move it somewhere here so that it is easy to select the lines. So here now coincident constants, select the center line of this one, this hole, and select the center line from the pin. Now it will, as I have activated the automatic update, so it will automatically update the position. Now also you can see from this view the position of this connecting rod is not at the center of the piston. So how we can do that? As I already told you, I can use the planes from the, as I have created all the models in symmetry, so I can use these planes. So click on the coincident constants again, click on this plane and click on this plane. Then you can see this is inserted at correct position, and okay. Okay. Now we have created this one. Next is to insert this one to here. So for that I can click on the coincident constants, then click on the center line of this one and click on the center line of this one. Okay. Now you can see this is comes in this position. Now again click on the coincident constants, click on this face and click on this face. Now it is showing, you can see the other component is inserted inside this. How to overcome that one? So for that I can say click on the orientation type to opposite. Then you can see the other component also inserted to this position. Okay. Now another thing, here you can see the position is not correct or the holes are not meeting each other. So how, what we can do here? We can use another coincident constants for these holes. So click on the coincident constants, click on the hole center line of the cap and the center line, whole center line of the piston rod. Now we can see this is gone here. Same way we can make another constants here as well. Click on the center line of this one, then click on the center line of this one. Here it is showing it is reductant constants warning. This constant is fully reductant with this which are displayed. So as this is showing it is fully defined, we don't need this constant, still we are applying this one. Now you can see our model is fully constant. To check the fully constant, as you know how to check the fully constant. Now go to tools or analysis and degrees of freedom. Okay. Now one by one I can go to piston or select all, analysis, degrees of freedom, selection mode, selected objects and component degrees of freedom. There is no degrees of freedom for piston 1. The fix the context of piston assembly. If I go to the piston pin and component constants, then we can see the pin is rotating. Okay. H now you can see the pin is can rotate about the y axis. Here you can also see this. Rotation 1 is here. The pin is can be rotated, and also the z axis in the z axis trans point as well. So if I rotate the pin, then it can be rotated. So is there necessary to fix this component? Right now we don't need that one, or we can fix that. How we can fix that? For that I want connecting rod, hide all these planes, and from the piston show these planes, and what I can do, I can click on the coincident constants and select this plane and select this plane and say OK. Now when I select the piston pin, right click, piston pin object and degrees of freedom, then you can see there is no degree of freedom in the context of piston assembly. This is also locked now. Same way, connecting rod, the degrees of freedom we can check here. It can rotate on y axis, and also we want this to rotate on y axis, because when we apply this one to the final assembly of our V6 engine, when the piston goes up and down, it can rotate. If I fix this one, then it can create problem. Here it can rotate on y axis and say close. Now if I say connecting rod cap, the degrees of freedom for connecting rod cap. Now click on right click, connecting rod cap and degrees of freedom. It can also rotate on y axis. Okay, like this. So we don't need to do anything right now, as this one linked to here. So except the connecting rod and connecting rod cap, everything is fixed to this position. If I do now using the snapping tool, click on this one and click on the center line of the pin, then as you know, piston can rotate like this. So I am not making this one as fully constant, so that when we assemble this one, now you can update it, then you can see this is going to be here. When I make the final assembly, then I need this rotation, so that's why I am not making this one, not restricting the rotation. Now as we already applied material to these models, now hide this all the planes first, hide, and also we can now also we can hide the constants, so you can see it is look like this. Then we can go to select with shading with material, then you can see the material applied to these models are also visible. Okay, now you can inspect the pin alignment, as the pin its alignment is correct. Rod alignment, connecting rod alignment, it is also correct. Connecting rod cap setting, this is also perfectly aligned. Overall assembly, it looks correct. Everything should match the engineering design perfectly. So we have successfully created the complete piston assembly in CATIA V5 using assembly design. This sub-assembly include piston, connecting rod cap and piston pin. In the next tutorial, we shall create the engine block to continue building our complete V6 engine assembly. If you found this tutorial helpful, please don't forget to like the video, share with your friends and subscribe to Ingenuity Lab for CATIA V5 tutorials. Thanks for watching Ingenuity Lab. See you on next video.